What's up, fellow warriors and gamers? Welcome back. Today, we're diving into an iconic figure, an angry Spartan who left an indelible mark on the video game world. Kratos, the god of war, or ex-god, depending on the era. How did this brutal and tormented character conquer the hearts of players and mark gaming history? Buckle up because we're breaking down the ascension of Kratos. In the God of War series, Kratos is introduced as a Spartan warrior with exceptional strength and martial skills. His younger brother, Deimos, was abducted by Ares and Athena due to a prophecy. In memory of his brother, Kratos had red markings tattooed onto his skin, similar to Deimos's. Kratos quickly rose through the ranks of the Spartan army, becoming a formidable commander. However, during a desperate battle against barbarians, Kratos made a pact with the god of war, Ares, swearing allegiance to him in exchange for victory. Ares granted him the Blades of Chaos, powerful weapons chained to his arms. Under Ares' influence, Kratos became a ruthless warrior, committing terrible acts. In a moment of madness orchestrated by Ares, Kratos unintentionally murdered his own wife, Lysandra, and his daughter, Calliope. To punish him for this matricide and fratricide, Deimos having been killed on Ares' orders, the oracle of their village cursed him by binding the ashes of his family to his skin, turning him ghostly white and earning him the moniker Ghost of Sparta. Haunted by his past and seeking to free himself from his oath to Ares, Kratos embarked on a quest for vengeance against the god who had manipulated and destroyed his life. Kratos' divine vengeance is the central driving force of the God of War saga, particularly in its initial Greek trilogy. Here's a summary. After being manipulated by Ares into murdering his own family, Kratos, forever marked by their ashes and known as the Ghost of Sparta, harbors an inextinguishable hatred for the God of War. His quest for revenge leads him to break his oath to Ares and seek a way to destroy him. Guided by Athena and other Olympian gods who see Ares as a threat, Kratos undertakes monumental trials, battling mythological creatures and accomplishing feats of both bravery and brutality. He eventually gains the power to kill a god and executes Ares, believing he will finally end his nightmare. However, Ares' death does not free him from his torment. The other gods, particularly Athena, refuse to absolve him of his past sins. Feeling betrayed and still haunted by his nightmares, Kratos turns his rage towards the entire Olympian pantheon. His divine vengeance then escalates into an all-out war against the gods. He ascends Mount Olympus, killing one by one the gods who stand in his way, utilizing his brute strength, cunning, and powerful artifacts. His desire for revenge becomes a destructive obsession, causing chaos and destruction in the mortal realm. Ultimately, after slaying numerous major gods, including Poseidon, Hades, Helios, Hermes, and even Zeus, his own father, Kratos achieves his goal of vengeance against Olympus. However, this victory is bitter and has disastrous consequences for the world. In summary, Kratos' divine vengeance is an epic tale of betrayal, rage, and destruction. It drives him to commit acts of extreme violence against the gods who manipulated him, culminating in a cataclysmic war that shakes the very foundation of their world. Kratos' Norse Renaissance, which began in God of War 2018 and continued in God of War Ragnarok, marks a radical shift for the character. Here's a summary. Years after his devastating vengeance against the Greek gods, Kratos found refuge in the Norse realm of Midgard. He started a new family with Faye and became the father of a young boy, Atreus. Kratos is a haunted man, trying to leave his violent past behind and raise his son in a world filled with Norse gods and monsters. Faye's death triggers a new journey. In accordance with her last wish, Kratos and Atreus must scatter her ashes at the highest peak of the Nine Realms. This journey confronts them with new Norse deities, including Odin, Thor, Freya, and their allies. Unlike his blind quest for vengeance in Greece, Kratos is now motivated by the protection of his son and the desire to give him a better future. He is more measured, although his anger periodically resurfaces. His relationship with Atreus is central to the narrative, exploring themes of fatherhood, grief, and legacy. As they journey, Kratos is forced to confront his past and the terrifying reputation he has built. He learns to trust and care for others, forging unexpected alliances. Atreus, meanwhile, discovers his own divine nature and the prophetic role he is destined to play in Ragnarok, the end of the Norse worlds. Kratos' Norse Renaissance is not a complete absolution of his past actions, but rather an exploration of the possibility of change and redemption. He seeks to break the cycle of violence and vengeance that defined his life, while protecting his son from making the same mistakes. His journey in the North is a quest for inner peace and an attempt to become a better father, in a world where the gods are just as dangerous and vengeful as those he once defied. Kratos is a gaming legend for several fundamental reasons. Iconic and complex anti-hero. From his debut, Kratos captivated audiences with his raw rage and distinctive appearance. His evolution from a vengeance-fueled war machine to a tormented father seeking redemption added rare narrative depth to the action-adventure genre. Visceral and spectacular action, the God of War series is renowned for its brutal and satisfying combat on an epic scale. The confrontations against gigantic mythological creatures and the cinematic action sequences set new standards. Pillar of the PlayStation brand. As a PlayStation exclusive for a significant portion of its history, Kratos became an iconic figure for the brand, synonymous with quality and innovation. The series' consistent critical and commercial success reinforced his status. Bold narrative evolution. The shift from Greek to Norse mythology revitalized the character and the franchise, exploring new themes and offering a more mature perspective on Kratos and his motivations. Cultural impact and influence on the genre. God of War has influenced numerous action-adventure games with its cinematic presentation, over-the-top action, and mythological storytelling. Kratos himself has become a recognizable and often referenced figure in video game popular culture. In short, Kratos is a legend thanks to his memorable and constantly evolving character, the excellence of his gameplay, his central role in the PlayStation ecosystem, and the narrative and stylistic impact of the franchise on the industry. And what's your favorite Kratos moment? What struck you the most about his story? Tell us in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe for more analyses and stories about the fascinating world of video games. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.